Hi, Zenith here. On this episode of Hero of Law, Zelda's credibility crumbles as her testimony teeters on the brink of dismissal. But will Link fight to admit one last detail into the court record, knowing it can make or break the case? Next on the stand is Ingo, the curmudgeonly ranch hand with a smug grin and an airtight alibi. Can Link poke enough holes in his story and uncover the mystery of some bland milk? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back, gamers. I'm Zenith, and we are playing more of this wonderful ROM hack by newer team, Hero of Law. We've got Ace Attorney, we've got Ocarina of Time, mix it in a bowl, and this is what we get. And it is wonderful. Great dialogue so far. I'm enjoying the cross-examining. It is just like how you would do it in Ace Attorney. It has that same feel. I've made a few mistakes along the way, so my health bar is down to just 2 hearts now. And that's another cool little thing, is like your health meter is no longer a meter, like a bar that slowly depletes with each mistake you make. Now it's like you have heart containers. It's just such good attention to detail. I can't sing enough praise so far. I'm sure if there are flaws, I haven't come across them really yet. I mean, maybe I'm overlooking something, but it doesn't matter because I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying watching this. We're gonna get into it a little bit more. We are about to cross-examine Zelda for the 3rd time. So far, this girl, she's embellishing her testimony because she just wants to testify. Her dad doesn't listen to her. Being a princess is boring, so she's in the courtroom. She's convinced that Malin did it. So it's like, what's the problem if she embellishes a little bit? Well, the thing is, what if Malin didn't? And she's not considering that. But she is 14 here, so maybe she really hasn't come into her wisdom yet. She says that she has new evidence, so we're gonna see what this evidence is. So she says, I wish to express my most heartfelt apologies for my mistakes in the earlier testimony. Upon entering the ranch house, I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking near the silo, so the tower in the back, that's the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. I followed the scent and found a burned out fire nearby and a small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. Yeah, you did. And here it is. The oil bottle I found. So it's like Twilight Princess. You get bottles of oil. And I think that's the only game you actually fill your bottle with lamp oil. Everyone's just speechless. No words. Is something wrong? Oh no. This might actually be completely irrelevant. Yes, well... Of course there is, foolish girl! That has nothing to do with anything! Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch? Please. What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious? Well, The prosecution will calm down. This is bad. Your Honor, despite the fact that this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defense still asserts its right to a cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped. Objection. Why must you insist on this charade, defense? The princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statements. I believe there might be a way to tie the princess's new evidence into the case. Ridiculous. Regardless of what the prosecution thinks, the defense does have a right to a cross-examination. Well, let's see where this goes. The court admits the oil bottle into evidence. Oil bottle added to the court record. I just really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, Defense. For both your own sake and your clients. Yeah, we'll see. Here we go. My findings. Yeah, actually, I don't really know. So, let's look. Let's press as we go along. Hold it. Objection. Objection already? There's no need to press the princess on her apology. You already wasted the chance to throw out her testimony. Yes, Defense, please get to the point. Yikes. Okay, so when she entered, the defendant was passed out. Cool. Was there anything else in the room? Only the beautiful little crystal bottle I mentioned before. The house was rather barren. Most of our things are on the top floor since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business these days. And the occasional game. Yeah, finding the 3 super cuckoos. Ah, of course. Dad's famous cuckoo game. I say cuckoo, I think it's pronounced cuckoo though. I don't know. Cuckoo just sounds better. Like cuckoo clock. That's how I've always said it, but I think it's cuckoo. Should I change the way I say it? It's hard to change. The good old days. Link is reminiscing when he used to do the cuckoo game. I just said it. The cuckoo game with Talon. Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defendant's behind bars. I was just trying to distract myself from the fact that there's nothing to latch onto here. I stood guard at the entrance of the ranch house until the Sheikah force arrived. Okay. All right. Did anything happen during that time? Oh, no, nothing. No, not that I recall. The guards did occasionally protest and asked me to let them take over, but I held my stance. While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. What if she woke up and lashed out at you? Sweet Hylia up above! That thought did not occur to me. Of course not. Foolish girl. But the guards did stand close by. I would have been safe. Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard. Yes, of course I do. In any case... Ganondorf's just laughing about the guard like they can't do anything. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. Here we go. This is where things change a little bit. We haven't heard this stuff yet. You didn't just go home? The royal visitation was supposed to last a lot longer. Father was not expecting us back at the castle until much later. I came to the ranch to examine the horses, so I suppose I could at least do that in the meantime. How long did it take the Sheikah to arrive at the scene? It does not take very long to make the trip from Hyrule Castle to Lon Lon Ranch. No, it's like right there. I can't imagine it was more than 20 minutes. Oh, new testimony. So the timing is different. So she's standing guard at the door, at the room, inside the room with Malin unconscious for 20 minutes. She's in there for 20 minutes before the Sheikah force arrives. Okay. That is pretty fast. Although I imagine the fact that the princess was involved helps speed it up. Right. Slowpokes! I would be there in half that time, running backwards even. Okay. That's funny, because that's a real thing you can do in Ocarina of Time. So, in the game code. Like, the game developers did not expect you to run backwards anywhere. To only doing that to, like, I don't know, get out of sticky situations. Like, back up real quick away from an enemy, do backflips, right? But they never thought that you would, like, Z-target go backwards across the entire field. You run faster when you're going backwards than if you're going forwards. It's a fact. And so, as we were saying, like, it's a nod to this little weird game mechanic in Ocarina of Time where if you run backwards, you go faster. That's cool. I suppose it's no surprise, though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our fine Gerudo steeds. The Gerudo by horses! Just don't bother. He's trying to rile you up. What'd she say? The Gerudo by horses Mar Ranch 2, you... Yeah. Okay, while I was walking near the silo, strong odor in the air. Right. So what about this odor? What was the smell like? Oh, it was awful. A really terrible stench. Haha! Surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious. Do not be ridiculous. The smell was not coming from the horses. Okay, so not the horses. I followed the scent, found a burned out fire, small, nearly empty bottle of lamp oil. Interesting. Okay, what is this? A fire, huh? Now, let me remind you, Defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morn. Princess, how long would you estimate the fire had been out before you found it? Oh, right. There was still smoke rising out of the ashes, so it must have been put out recently. Okay. So the fire went out around the time of the crime. I'm like storing this away in my head, like trying to think how all these pieces fit together. This is good. Objection! So someone prepared their breakfast there. I repeat, this fire is irrelevant. I think he's realized the same thing I did. Do I have anything else in the... Here it is. That if the fire was put out around the same time as the murder, that means that someone on that side of the ranch near the silo where the fire was, that someone was there, is what he's getting at. Well, who was it? Who could have lit that fire anyway? It would have to be the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. That's it. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon. Hinting that this is the next witness. Okay. Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. But without anything concrete to pin on him, he'll just be able to brush it off. Took the bottle straight to the detective. Right, and she allowed you to present it. Well, I was the one to find it. And since I was going to the trial anyway... Ridiculousness! Yes. Please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedures exist for a reason. Yes, I understand. Okay, here we go. Defense, I believe that is enough. It doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to finding a connection between this fire and the crime at all. No, I suppose not, Your Honor. Naturally. I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning. In that case, this cross-examination is over. Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I assume you have no more revelations to share with us? No, I do not. She's so dejected. I really thought the fire would be important. Leave my sight. Enough. Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to Hyrule Castle. Very well. Now that the princess' little game is over, we should move this along. What is this song? Hyrule Castle? No. No, it's not. Oh, it's so familiar. What is this song? Is it the house song? It might be two. There is the castle theme in there, Hyrule Castle. It's a bunch of different themes, though. Okay. Yeah, I hear it. Sorry, I just tangent. I heard the music. I'm like, I have to listen to it. I'm just like, oh, I know it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now that the princess' silly little game is over, we should move this along. The prosecution stance is still the same, of course. Of course it is. Treasure chest theme. We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant. I do believe I am nearly ready to hand down my verdict. Objection! But Your Honor, there's nothing that definitively shows that Malon committed the crime. This is all circumstantial. There's no way she could kill her own father. Ah, that is an excellent point, defense. Come on, Mr. Wise Sage, get it together. The prosecution has yet to elaborate on the defendant's motive. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly. I did briefly touch on the subject during my opening statement, but naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness. That has to be the ranch worker. Here we go, Ingo. Before calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare. Okay. I thought you said you were already prepared. Maybe he wants to double check that his new witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did. Very well, I do believe a break would benefit us all. The court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned. And now I finally get to talk to Malon, right? March 17th. Okay. So we were in there for like an hour and 15 minutes by this clock, if the trial started at 10. Okay. It's not going all that well, is it? No, I think that went about as well as it could have, actually, given the circumstances. We exposed the worst of the princess's testimony as untrue. Can't believe she just makes stuff up like that. Actually, yeah, I can't either. Like, Princess Zelda doing that? That's crazy. What? It does feel like something a kid would do. Like a bored kid. But Zelda? I don't know. So that part feels a little out of character to me. But it is interesting. It does, like... Yeah, I will say it's interesting. I think it helped with the gameplay. It helped make the gameplay interesting. But yeah, I can't believe she just makes stuff up. Also, for those of you that don't know, like her, the brooch that Malin wears is Bowser's face. Just look at it right there. It's Bowser. Little Mario Easter egg in there. Yeah, that was surprising. Still, the issue is that we didn't manage to shake the core of the argument. If only there was anyone else in that house. Now, there is no need to look so glum. Who's saying that? Impa! Detective, aren't you supposed to be escorting the princess back? The carriage is being prepared. I thought I'd drop by in the meantime. You've really managed to make Dragmire furious, you know? I have? If you listen carefully, you just might be able to hear him ranting over in the prosecutor's lobby. I heard it. He's really given his upcoming witness a grilling. Expect him to try to shut you down as fast as he can. Well, that would be worrying if I had anything he could shut down in the first place, I guess. Oh, but you do. What do you mean? Oh, come on now. I'm talking about the princess's grand discovery, of course. The fire, I wasn't able to do anything with that. You really think it's relevant? Don't get me wrong. At present, I am convinced the girl did it. We investigated and came to this conclusion for a reason. But I am willing to explore every possibility. That fire is definitely a bit strange, and I dare say it may be your only way out of this. Okay. If I may be so bold, I think you should press the next witness on that topic. Hard. I will. As the only other person working on the ranch at the time, he is the only one who could have lit that fire. If he is hiding something, I think the court deserves to know. Thing is, the next testimony is about the motive. It's going to be difficult to bring up the fire again without Dragmire objecting. That's like real, like... So in the Ace Attorney games, a lot of times, like, even if you're testifying to something that, like a certain part of the case, you like just throw evidence in there and just open up all kinds of can of worms, and the judge would just allow it in. Like, I like that they mention that if it's not relevant to what's being talked about, yeah, it can just be dismissed. Right? Like, if you try to bring it up, then it can be objected to, and the objection can be sustained for that stuff. So this is a good point. I like this. This is a neat little thing that they threw into the writing here. You'll have to make it work. Okay. As much as I don't like it, she's right. There really isn't a whole lot else to go on here. Well, thank you. Don't mention it. One last thing. You, ranch girl. Me? Try not to hold that testimony against the princess. Believe me, I am sure she was acting with the best of intentions in mind. All right. I like this version of Impa a lot, actually. Sorry. I like that, like, she's coming to the defense to Link and, like, kind of helping him a little bit. That's fun. Which is very similar to the friendship that Phoenix Wright starts with Detective Gumshoe in the Ace Attorney series. It's a cool little parallel there. You know the road to the Dark Realm is paved with those, right? With best intentions. Instead of like the road to hell, the road to the Dark Realm. Perhaps. It was definitely a serious lapse of judgment, one she will live to regret. Jeez. Part of this comes from the fact that she's rather sheltered and inexperienced. After the sudden death of her older sister last year, she was thrust into the role of an heir very suddenly. So, was there another princess before her? The plot thickens. Ooh, so do we reopen that case? Okay. I love it when they sprinkle in little hints into the story like this. It just keeps you going, keeps you wanting to know more. I'm sorry, that's good writing. Nailed it. Freaking nailed it. Good job. What is this? Oh, I thought I was like being given pictures or something. No, this is a flashback. Got it. That's right. The mysterious death of the firstborn Princess Zelda. She was also named Princess Zelda. That's the Zelda from Ocarina of Time. The Zelda that we are dealing with is... That's why she looks different. Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Maybe she was named something different. They renamed her Zelda because the other Zelda died. Hyrule still grieves after the events of that day. And yet, no one knows what exactly happened. Yeah, cold case. In the void of information, conspiracy theories run amok. People blaming the Royal Guard, the Sheikah, and even the king himself. Bet it was Ganondorf. Have you guys considered Ganondorf? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't you look at Ganondorf? Just saying. The princess will soon have a whole kingdom's worth of troubles on her shoulders. Okay, so this is not the wise princess. Wise Princess Zelda was already killed. And that's why this princess is the way she is. Okay, so maybe the writing does make a little bit of sense with this character. If I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'll roll with it. I'm intrigued. For a kingdom with a history as turbulent as ours, it's a lot to handle. The princess's conduct today probably won't help with the distrust some people have of the crown right now, though. She is wise beyond her years. She will learn, and she will be better. I simply ask that you don't think of her as an enemy, whatever comes of this trial. She does not need more than she already has. Pulls out the knife. The sword, I mean. Short sword. You know, I just realized, I'm like looking at the design. I couldn't quite see it before, but that is that's the Eye of Truth on the blade, kind of etched in there. Okay, cool design choice. She's so intense. I never expected to see Impa get so emotional. I guess all this is why she decided to take the blame for the princess's impromptu investigation. Yeah. Detective Impa! What is it, soldier? I am quite busy at the moment, so please be quick. The investigation team at the ranch has just sent word of a new development. Something about a milk shipment being returned to the ranch because of a wrong recipient address. They're asking you to come over to see it. Oh, those idiots. I don't have time for this. Send someone else. I have to escort the princess to the castle. Roger. Just like... Oh, man. It just looked funny as all. It's like as the guard like leaves the scene, Malin comes in, they like kind of slide right through each other. That did remind me though, I took this bottle of milk from a couple guards who were slacking on the job earlier. Here, ranch girl. Perhaps it'll help calm your nerves somewhat. Ooh, do we get a bottle of milk? Not to worry. It's still unopened. Oh? Thank you. That's nice of her. Bad for those guards, though. Now then, I believe the princess's carriage should be prepared by now. If you'll excuse me. Zoop, right off the screen. Oh, but she's still sad after drinking the delicious milk. I think I'm so nervous right now. Milk has just lost its flavor. The text is in red. Lost its flavor. What's that about? Huh? Lost its flavor? But Lon Lon milk is always so tasty. Are you sure it's just nerves? Let me try some. Huh. You're right. I assume this would have come from one of yesterday's shipments. Probably. With the investigation at the ranch, there wouldn't be any today, so maybe it just isn't fresh. No, I don't think so. It doesn't really taste as if it's gone bad. Also, the guard said that one of yesterday's shipments was misaddressed, didn't he? This was all handled by Ingo, wasn't it? I mean, I've been saying this since I started playing this, but yeah, it's Ingo. I think there's something odd going on. I better make some notes about this in the court record. Note about the shipment's return added to the court record. Lon Lon milk added to the court record. Okay, we got some more stuff in the court record now. Defense, the court is about to reconvene. Okay, so we do have, there's a tiny bit of oil in it. Like, were these bottles of milk, did they contain oil before and then they were filled with milk and maybe that's the flavor? That's weird. And the milk shipment return. Apparently one of the milk shipments was returned to the ranch due to being misaddressed. That's interesting. Like this shipment, and one of them got returned and from one of yesterday's shipments. So from this shipment. Input brought it during the recess. It seems strangely tasteless. Tasteless. Okay. Profiles. Nope, we still have the same lineup. Okay. Court is about to reconvene. Let's go. Escort your client back to the courtroom at once. Okay. We're in. So it comes down to this. The conclusion's approaching. Time to turn this situation around. I got my health back! Was it because I drank the milk? But also, yay! Oh, this thing's just getting started. It's music. The dialogue is good. The music is good. This is lovely. Court is back in session for the trial of Malin of Lon Lon Ranch. I trust that the prosecution's final witness is ready. Naturally, I have personally seen to it that there will be no foolishness this time around. Hopefully his ears are intact. As we discussed before the recess, having established the opportunity and means of the defendant to have committed the murder, only one matter remains. The matter of motive. For, naturally, such a heinous crime couldn't be the result of mere happenstance. The prosecution believes the defendant had a deep desire that pushed her to patricide. Our next witness can shed light on the matter. Fascinating. Very well. Please proceed. The prosecution calls the ranch worker Ingo to the stand. Nah. It's funny to see Mr. Ingo in such fancy clothes. Kind of like the photo you guys took. Right? Oh? Yeah, Link wouldn't know. He's like, oh, is it? Yeah, he almost always just wears his work dungarees. It's almost like looking at a different person. Well, I guess he wanted to dress up for court, and he wouldn't want to get this nice outfit dirty by working in it. Quiet, defense. Witness, state your name and occupation. Your Honor, great honorable prosecutor. My name is Ingo. I mind Lon Lon Ranch. Mind? What does that entail exactly? I'm mostly there to work on the structures and equipment. The owner and his daughter are the ones who tend to the animals and take care of orders. How long you been working at the ranch? It'll be several years at this point. There have been others who came and went, but I, Ingo, have persevered through all the hardships. Sounds like he wants a medal for it. Well, he does get a bit pompous at times, but Mr. Ingo really is a great help. He built the ranch's silo single-handedly. Interesting detail. Whoa, that's some dedication. You can hear Ingo's theme there. Very well. Given that you're clearly an important employee, you are privy to the same inside information, is that correct? Yes. The ranch owner shared all the big plans with me. He trusted me implicitly. He used to say that we're like a big family. That sounds lovely. That sounds like a red flag that you're going to be getting loads of unpaid overtime. Evidently, not every member of your so-called family felt the same way, though, did they? It hurts to do this, but I have no choice. Hear my story, honorable court of law. Yeah, we'll hear you out, buddy. We got you. Witness testimony. The matter of motive. Just a couple of days ago, the owner, Talon, partly signed the ranch over to his daughter, Malin. Oh, that is an interesting detail. Talon became a life tenant, with Malin meant to inherit all of the assets after his death. As long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. It's simple, isn't it? The girl killed Talon to get full ownership and leave the dingy ranch behind. It's appalling how ungrateful she is, after all Talon did for her. And there you have it. Testimony from a man who just lost everything. It's truly tragic to witness yet another family torn apart by greed. We have evidence. We have the defendant caught red-handed at the scene of the crime, and now we have a motive. Favor for the closing argument, dude. How do we know he's telling the truth? I have, of course, verified the witness's testimony. As per the law, all inheritance documents must be filed at the Castletown Notary Office to be considered valid. I saw fit to prepare this for the trial. The prosecution would like to submit the Lon Lon Ranch inheritance document into evidence. Oh, cool. New evidence. Ranch inheritance document added to the court record. Mr. Ingo, why would you? Ranch inheritance document. Yeah. Malin will inherit this ranch. If she is unable, divide the deed between the crown and the remaining employees. Right. So there's a second part in there. If she is unable to. So if she is in prison or executed, Ingo gets part of the ranch, is what it says. And the remaining employees. So the kingdom gets the ranch, but so do the employees. It's like split amongst them. There's layers to this, man. You should pass judgment now, Judge. The defense has nothing. Objection! I would like to cross-examine the witness. There are a few more details I feel are relevant. But of course, ask whatever you'd like. I, the hardworking Ingo, can handle it. Very well, defense. Please begin. Cross-examination. the matter of motive. All right. Hold it. How long ago was this exactly? 3-4 days. Not sure of the exact date. Had it been planned for a long time? Talon was getting on in years. Better to take care of the matter sooner than later, eh? Malin? He is telling the truth. Father scheduled a visit to the notary office about a week ago. What do you mean by partly, witness? Meant to inherit all the assets after his death. Okay, let's look. I wonder if this is where I present the evidence, is this statement, because there's more to it. I want to keep pressing and see if there's anything else I can uncover, but like, yeah, because the document doesn't just show that, right? Ingo's leaving out that detail that the employees in the crown also get part of it if Malin's unable to inherit it. So Malin hadn't become the ranch owner yet. Of course not. Haven't you heard all the stories making rounds recently? So many ungrateful brats throwing their old folks into retirement homes the moment ownership signed to them. Talon was no fool. I myself convinced him that it was the safer option. If the girl was up to some chicanery, he could always revert his decision. That's horrible. I'd never do that. As much as I'd like to believe that, you did much worse by killing him. Children these days, you feed them, you raise them, and then they pull a stunt like this as soon as you give them an inch over yourself. I must concur. The younger generation is horrible. Oh, we say that about all the younger generations. The cycle will never end. Why did he look at me when saying that? Anyway, what that meant was, as long as Talon lived, Malin could not sell the ranch. Is that what it says? Wait. I question that because the document doesn't say if he dies. It just says she will inherit the ranch. We'll keep pressing, but like, I don't know. Press it. But why would Malin want to sell the ranch right now? Why wouldn't she want to? Why would a pretty girl like her want to work on some dingy ranch? She'd have it much better if she sold the old place and used the money to move to Castle Town. That's not true. I love working with the animals. I wouldn't leave them for anything. She's often slacking on the job, while I, the hard-working Ingo, have to cover for her. I guess the Deku nut doesn't fall far from the tree, as they say. That Talon loves to sleep on the job, too. It's like the, oh, man. These idioms, and they, like, bring them into, like, Hyrule. Like the Hyrule language. It's good. Oh, I do recall a quite funny story about the Lon Lon Ranch owner blocking the side entrance to Hyrule Castle for an entire day once. Yep, he did that. And who had to move him? Link did. Link, that's what I was getting at. The guards couldn't wake him up. It took a particularly vocal cucko, apparently. Jeez. Oh, well, there you go. I am the real reason why the ranch has such renown. Me, the hard-working Ingo. Link, that's not true at all. I know, but how do I stop this? girl killed Talon to get full ownership, leave the dingy ranch life behind. Did I press on that? That's just like your opinion, man. Do you really think Malin would go that far? I don't want to think it, but clearly, the events speak for themselves, don't they? Why wouldn't she just wait a few more years then? Talon was getting older. Perhaps she knew more and more work would be piling onto her. But really, how am I supposed to know? Ask her! Ugh, that's all right. Well, if Malin didn't want to work, wouldn't she have done this earlier? As Talon's only child, she'd still inherit the ranch. That's where you're wrong. For a long while, Talon planned to split the ranch between the girl and the crown. He was a patriotic man. He knew how much those horses meant to the royal guard. I wish he hadn't changed his mind now. Is this true? Yes. Father's previous inheritance document did work that way. How admirable! I guess familiar bonds won over his drive to help the kingdom. Truly a shame. Yes, naturally, the girl wanted the whole thing, so she bided her time. I think this sufficiently explains the timing. Let's continue, shall we? Objection! Wait just a moment. There's one more problem with the timing that I'd like the witness to explain. Why would Malin have planned the murder for the day of the royal visitation specifically? More people around means more witnesses. You'd think she would have chosen any other day. Oh, did I forget to mention this? I overheard Talon arguing with her that very morning. He was telling her he'd changed his mind again. He was planning to tell the king that he'd be signing the ranch over to the crown. After the visitation was over, he'd head to Castletown to change the inheritance back to the original split. What? Yeah, what's this about? Despite the victim's wishy-washiness, it would appear he did make the right choice in the end. And because of that choice, the defendant wanted to get the ranch. She had no time to waste that day. Is this true too? Absolutely not. Father wasn't planning to do that, and there was no argument either. Huh. What to do about this argument then? Yeah, I'll add it. Yeah, sure. There was an argument about the inheritance that sounds like an important fact to me. The defense requests it be added to the testimony. Very well. Witness, please do so. I'd be happy to, Your Honor. I overheard them arguing about the inheritance that morning. You overheard it that morning. Right, okay. Wait. It's the fire, isn't it? How could you overhear them if you were on the other side of the ranch? I want to present this because that burned out fire was Ingo's. Supposedly. So let's press first, but I think this is the one. I think this is my evidence. Right here. Because we added this to the testimony, that's important, so that we can contradict it. Or show the contradiction. Because he says he overheard them. Hold on. How could you have overheard them? Here, let's see. About what time did this happen? First thing in the morning. I was heading out to the silo to start the day's work. I had just walked out the front door of the ranch house when I heard some yelling erupt behind me. Do you remember any specifics about what was said? Oh, yes! It surprised me enough that I stopped to listen for a minute. It was all like, I'm really sorry, Malin, but the most important thing is to make sure the king will always have a steady supply of quality horses. I don't care. What about me, father? How can you do this to me? Malin, this isn't just about you. It's for the good of the entire kingdom. What am I supposed to do? I can't move up in life if I'm stuck in this dump of a ranch forever. This is comedy. Just like the impersonations he's doing. So great. I love this. Oh my God, you guys did such a good job. I thought you loved the ranch. All the animals are here and Ingo's always around to help out with the chores too. He's pretty great, isn't he? Yeah, Ingo is awesome, but I still hate you for this. This isn't over. That's how I feel right now. What a stirring reenactment. I will keep my thoughts on the witness's acting skills to myself. There's no way this actually happened, though. Malin would never want to sell the ranch. Objection. Well, of course you'd say that now, you buffoon. Remember, she's under suspicion for murder. We can't trust a thing she says. Well, I trust her, but the judge probably doesn't right now, and that's unfortunately what matters. Do I have anything in the court's record that could refute this story? If you ask me, this whole inheritance issue could have been avoided if the crown wasn't so soft. In Gerudo Desert, there would be no question that the fortress may seize whatever it desires. That's just messed up. No matter. Continue your testimony, farmhand. Share with us the true nature of the defendant. So I think this is where I present evidence. So let's press this first. He counter-objected. The witness did. Now you hold it. That man gave everything for her. She's gotten so many expensive presents over the years. Just look at that golden necklace she's wearing. That man spoiled her rotten. In fact, I think I saw another present he was meaning to give her on the very day he was killed. How did you see that? Another gift? Why, yes, a little bottle of perfume, I believe. It's horrible. Talon was such a kind man. What happened to him is despicable. Yeah, add it to the testimony. Your Honor, the defense wishes to add the statement about the perfume to the testimony. Here we go. Okay, this is more concrete than what I was thinking. Yeah, so the connection between like Ingo overhearing stuff and like him not being nearby to overhear it, he just said early in the morning. It could have been any time in the morning that he heard that. Cool, whatever. But the bottle of perfume, no, he did not see that. There's no way. I mean, he did. He knows about it, right? But like, if he's innocent, if he has an alibi, then he didn't see it. Objection! Blah! What are you doing? Trying to implicate the defendant even harder? I think it's an important detail. The perfume is irrelevant! But I suppose the prosecution has no objections to strengthening our case. Very well, witness. Please add what you just said to the testimony. All right, here we go. Yeah, so, and the court record shows bought just before the crime, found at the crime scene. So, I'm going to present it. I feel good about this. If the music stops, I got it right. Yeah! Witness. What is it? Just to confirm, you say that this bottle of perfume was bought for Malin by her father, correct? What else would it be for? I assure you, Talon wasn't the type to indulge in perfumes. Far from it. Oh, well, you're wrong, witness. Oh, is that so? Was the ranch owner truly a perfume connoisseur? Your Honor, we were all in the courtroom when it was testified to that the perfume was for the princess. That's what we're getting at. So, yeah. So this is what, yeah, Link's going to show. He'll show us. No, Your Honor. This bottle of perfume was bought for the princess. That's what I just said. Huh? Objection. So what, defense? Sure, it's technically a contradiction, but what does the purpose of this bottle change? Oh, man. It's more, okay, so it is more important to show that Ingo couldn't have heard the argument. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Impa did say before we came in here that the fire was going to be important, to press him hard on that. Dang it. All right, yeah. Here we go. Well, all right, take my heart. Yes, defense. I admit, I'm confused as well. Please explain why this point is important. Earlier in the trial, Malin mentioned that Talon bought this perfume in preparation last minute. Isn't that right, Malin? It sure is. We had a gift for the king prepared when the news arrived that it would actually be the princess making this visitation. Father quickly rode out into town to get a new gift. Okay, so Talon went to town to get the gift. Okay, so no one came to the ranch to sell it to them. I mean, that makes sense. What does it take? So it takes 20 minutes to get to Castletown. Maybe another 10 minutes to get into the town and buy it. And then another 20 minutes to like give it some buffer time, like an hour. So maybe he bought the perfume at like, this is, I guess like a modest estimate is 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I don't know why I just did that math. I just 20 back, 20 there. That's 40, maybe 10 to 20 minutes in town, another 20. Yeah, 60 minutes in total. So then he would have left the ranch at 7 to get the perfume and come back at 8. And he probably left earlier than that. Oh, okay. This info puts one thing into question. Oh, my hearts just came on the screen. Okay. What do you think about this? No, we're not questioning the princess's testimony. Talon's tasting gifts. Somebody's movements. Yeah, here. Someone's movements around the ranch are put into serious doubt. Someone's? Well, don't keep us waiting then, defense. Who is this person? Well, it's Ingo, because he says he heard them in the morning, but Talon was already gone to get the perfume. I think that's what we're... Maybe I wasn't wrong to think about the timing here, because that's important. Naturally, the person whose movements become suspect are Ingo's. Smarmy man who works on the ranch. Oh, so they added Ingo's profile here. Usually in his work clothes, but he's dressed up nicely for court. Yeah, here we go. Take that. The witness himself. Time for me to be smug. If you recall, this bottle of perfume, which had just been purchased, was found at the crime scene. A crime scene the witness supposedly never went to. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have known about the bottle. Nah! Get him go. Order! Order! The defense raises a very valid point. You simpleton! What is the meaning of this? Well, witness, did you go to the scene of the crime at any point? No! Of course I didn't. I was working in the silo all day. I remember. I saw the gift the day before the crime. Yeah, please add that to the testimony so I can swat that down too. The girl is lying. Talon must have gotten the gift the day before. You're the one who's lying. Father didn't leave the ranch at all that day. One word against another's. Defense? Do you have any way to prove that your version of events is true? I mean, a receipt would show the date was purchased. Yeah. You could. Yeah, I think a receipt is. Receipts are always best. Like, that's what say, like, how do I know this? Because I have receipts. So I think if we have the receipt, then we have the day nailed down. Well, when you buy something, you usually get a receipt. And the receipt always shows the date of purchase. It might still be at the ranch house. I say we send someone out to look for it. Father never throws receipts away. We have a drawer full of them. The perfume one should be right on top. I believe this idea has some merit. Soldiers, rush out to the ranch house immediately and search for that receipt. So, brief recess. Your Honor! Yes? What is it, soldier? We have just received the receipt from the team stationed at the crime scene. Yeah, very well. Thank you. I shall now read it out. There's a lot riding on this. Yeah. From Tingle's Mysterious Smells. That's fantastic. I love this. Tingle. My guy. Oh, you've been brought into the story officially. All right, Tingle's Mysterious Smells. And yes, I believe any smell coming from Tingle would be very mysterious indeed. Ah, yes, I think I've seen that store. It's that eccentric looking place in the back alley. You couldn't miss the blinding neon colors if you tried. It's an utter eyesore. The gall of this. Nobody running a monopoly on Hylian perfume is preposterous. Perhaps. But back to the matter at hand. Why is Ganondorf all mad about the perfume shop? The nerve of that dunderhead! Why would anyone ever shop at a store where the owner calls every other customer a fairy? You aren't gonna let this go, are you? Prosecutor! And the balloons! Oh, the balloons! That fool popped one right in my face! Prosecutor Dragmire, enough! Continuing on, purchase item, 1 bottle of Rosy Rupeeland. Like the name of Tinkle's game, the Rosy Rupee Wonderland game. I actually don't know the name of the game. I know it's technically a Zelda spin-off game. It's like, man, it's like a very long name. I just know that. Oh my, this is quite the price. Why, objection, Your Honor, please. The data purchase. Ah, yes, right, data purchase. Why, it's March 16th, the day of the murder. Got him. Yeah! Order, order. Yes, we got him. I think we're finally getting somewhere. Bro, this still doesn't mean anything. Perhaps the witness briefly went back to the ranch house for something and saw the bottle then. Yeah, yes, that's it. I was getting thirsty, so I went back to get a drink. I must have seen the bottle then. Oh, come on! You think we're gonna believe that? Do you have any proof that he didn't? Well, I believe this calls for further testimony. Yeah, so, man, I'm glad I didn't lose any hearts this time around. It was really cool to see that my hearts like refill when I got into this next part of the trial. Like there was a recess, we came back, my life gauge was back up. Wonderful. And I'm very happy I didn't have to use up any of it. But that does it for this episode. I'm glad I didn't watch anyone play through this game already. Like I was tempted. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of people playing this ROM hack. Let me check it out. And then I think I clicked on one. I'm like, nope, I want to play this one. I love Ace Attorney. I love the Zelda games. Let me, I want to do this. Put me in coach. I don't know how much of this game there is. It seems like, I don't know. Is it short? Or is it like Ace Attorney where there's like a bunch of cases? And that'd be really cool to find out if there are. We're still on the first case, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having fun with the voices. I'm probably going to lose my voice, but that's okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me as I'm making these series. Please like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you later, gamers. And the dogs say hello too. Well, they're saying bye now because we're ending the episode, but we'll see you later, gamers.